Hey guys, it's your girl Taya Marin, and today I'm going to show you a rose gold eye makeup tutorial. So just stay tuned and see how I achieve this really pretty rose gold look. So because I want this eye makeup to be very sharp, I am going to actually start with the eyes today versus the face. So I've already filled in my brows, and now I'm just covering my lid with my MAC paint pot in soft ochre. This is going to cancel out any red tones that I have on my lid just to make it look all even and be a great base for my eyeshadow. Once my lids are completely covered, I'm going to go in with my Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette, and I'm taking that salted caramel color and I am going to just put this all over my crease, and this is going to be my transition color. To do this, I'm just taking a big fluffy brush. I believe this is one of my BH Cosmetics brushes, and I'm just going in small circular motions, and this is just to cover a larger area at one time. And once I start adding color, that's when I'll take a smaller brush and be able to target a specific area. And I'll just keep repeating this step until I achieve the level of intensity that I want for the transition color. Now to darken up my crease, I am going in with my Wet n Wild Au Natural palette in Nude Awakening. And baby, let me tell you, for $5, this palette is so pigmented and I'm very pleased with it. I am taking my Elizabeth Mott, not sure the number of this brush, but I'm just going in small circular motions and packing in that color to intensify the crease. This look is not going to be a sharp cut crease, but it's kind of a cut crease. And as you can see, I'm just going in soft circular motions, and I'll just keep doing this step until I get the intensity and the darkness that I want in my crease. And once I do get that, I'll go back in with my fluffy brush and that transition color and blend it all together. To blend it out, I got a smaller fluffy brush just so I could have a little bit more control than the bigger fluffy brush that I had before. And as you can see, I'm just blending it out. The key to any flawless eye makeup application is blending. You want to make sure that everything is going seamlessly into each other and there are no harsh lines unless you want them to be harsh lines. But for this specific look, I want it to flow smoothly from shade to shade. Then I'm going to go back in with my paint pot, soft ochre, and kind of map out my lid a little bit. As I said, it's not going to be a harsh cut crease, but it is somewhat of a cut crease. I still want it to blend all together, but I want you to be able to see the transition from the shimmer pigment to that burgundy in my crease. Now I'm getting ready to go ahead and add the shimmer pigment onto my lid. So I like to spray my brush with my Fix Plus just to intensify the color a little bit. And this eyeshadow color is actually from my latest Ipsy Glam bag. It's INT Cosmetics and Goddess Gold. It actually looks really rosy off camera, but for some reason my camera is kind of picking it up more gold. But in person it really does look rose gold, which was my inspiration for this look. As you can see, I'm just packing it on there because I want the shimmer to be very intense. And in my inner corner, I'm going back in with my Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette, and I think I mixed the champagne color and the marzipan shade. And those two just create a really light transition into that rose gold tone on the base of my lid. Once I'm done adding my shimmer, I go back in and just blend everything out. As you can see, I did add a little bit more brown just to darken up the crease a little bit, but I'm just taking those small circular motions and blending everything out until everything looks flawless. Now to clean up these overflow edges, I'm just taking a makeup removal wipe and cleaning that up and making it as crisp and sharp as possible. Now on to the face. Honey child, let me tell you, L'Oreal Infallible Total Coverage. I've been hearing so much about it, but when I finally tried it, I fell in love. It looks like it is my skin. Once it's buffed in, I did notice that I prefer it to be buffed in versus using my blender. This was actually the first time me blending it in with a blender. I usually use my buffing brush, and I think I like the buffing brush a little bit better. But either way, this foundation is like velvety smooth. It matched my tone perfectly, and you really can't even tell that it's on once it's applied. This foundation is definitely full coverage, but it is still super lightweight. I just love this foundation. I can't say enough good things about it. Like I said, I do think that it comes out better if you buff it in with a brush versus your blender, but to each its own. Now I'm going in to conceal with my NARS Creamy Concealer in Custard. I just got this yesterday from Sephora and I'm in love with it as well. I kept hearing good things about it and I never tried it, so I finally tried it and it is all the hype. Love it. Now, of course, taking my damp beauty blender, I like to spray it with my Fix Plus spray and just blend in all the concealer. And then once I blend in the concealer, I like to turn my blender around on the bigger part and blend it out into my foundation so there are no harsh lines between my concealer and foundation. For my contour, I'm going in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills Cream Contour Kit, and I'm using the lighter contour shade and just mapping it around my hairline, underneath my cheekbone, and chiseling out this nose. I also just started doing contour under my lip because I really like the illusion that it gives me that I have a bigger lip or more pouty lip, because I do feel like I have pretty small lips. Now I'm just taking a small buffing brush and just blending that out in small circular motions away from my face, kind of going towards my hairline. That's the motion that I use to bring the product away from my face so there is not a buildup of product in the center of my face. To tone down this contour, because for some reason I'm feeling a little orange, I'm just going to take my beauty blender and blend it out a little bit more just to kind of take away some of the intensity of this contour, because I don't want it to be too harsh. I want all of the focus to be on the eye. Now to set my under eye, I'm going in with my Laura Mercier translucent powder. This is like my staple. I gotta have it every makeup application or I just don't feel right. Yes, it's that serious. But what I recently started doing, and I think I like a little bit better, instead of baking, I actually kind of just pack it into my skin and don't brush it off. I feel like this makes my makeup last a little bit longer and it just looks a little bit more natural for me. I don't know about everybody else, but I kind of like this way just a little bit better. Now taking one of my e.l.f. blush brushes, just going in with my MAC bronzer and Give Me Sun and just warming up my face a little bit around where I did my contour. I really like this Give Me Sun bronzer. It's like the perfect tan without looking orangey or giving you that too intense contour. Then just taking an angled brush and going over my nose contour a little bit with that same MAC Give Me Sun bronzer. Now I'm going in with my Milani Strobe palette in Golden Light. I actually kind of use this more as a blush because on me it shows a kind of pinky and just like that rose gold look that I was looking for. And then for my highlight, of course I'm using that Carli Bybel highlighter, y'all. Those first two shades just give me all kinds of life. I love them so much. If you could see my palette right now, they're like down to the very last bit, but I don't care. I'm gonna keep using it until it's done. Yes, you better come through, highlight. Excuse the remaining lash glue on my eyelash. I'm so janky. But anyway, lining my lips with this lip pencil that I have no idea what the name is, and going over it with my Sephora cream lipstick. I believe this color is Cinnamon Kiss, something like that. There's no name on the bottom, so I'm not sure. And here is the final look. Like I said, my camera is really picking this up more gold than what it really looked like in person. It was definitely more pink to it, but I am, as of lately, have been super obsessed with rose gold tones, so this was a really fun look for me to do. But I really appreciate you guys watching. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below. Make sure to like my page and subscribe. Oh, and follow me on Instagram at Taya.Marin. Thanks for watching, guys.